Hi everyone, welcome to Sudo Science 10, a more in-depth look at the 4D Earth with some examples I've thrown in. There are clues everywhere letting us know that the Earth can be explored not only in the spatial dimensions, but time as well. I'll provide a few examples of that fact here today. There are actually quadrants to the world. Just like a clock, the world turns. There are repeating elements, but the time always ticks in a positive direction. It's very difficult to pin down which one precedes the other, but Australia and Africa are closely related, as are China and America. The Middle East is considered the birthplace of Western civilization, or at least it was before the new timelines arose. Let me explain. The written word appeared in the area around 5,500 years ago. As discussed in a previous video, the written word was the first time machine that allowed Mesopotamian people and their descendants to explore the world and bring with them knowledge and practices that aided the growth of the populations they'd visited. Big problem. Humans were evolving until they were taken out of the garden to toil in eternal damnation. That basically just means that they no longer progressed naturally over each generation, as there was sufficient food for everyone to eat and breed, not just the best and fairest. A simple example to prove this is that Arabian horses are the best. And they stay that way because we continually breed better horses over each generation. And since the Middle East is ahead in the time loop, no matter how well we breed our horses, Arab horses will always be better. Over the years, civilized society has degraded our DNA. We're no longer progressing naturally, and our society has no actions in place to keep the degradation under control. Governments have tried to institute forced natural selection on a few occasions, namely World War I and World War II. They graded the male population as the first step, then gave all the best genetic examples desk jobs, sent the rest out to die on the front lines. They then repeated the process a generation later just in case they missed a few. If you observe the past, you can see that history always repeats. It just might be in another video. Here's a little thought-provoking anomaly you might have heard me say before. If what I'm saying is true, then all one needs to do to change the world is to have an idea. That idea, when spoken, becomes a creation. That creation is perfected through the natural passage of time, and if it survives all that, you'll be transported to a world where that is just the way it has always been. If the idea remains just an idea, then it won't stand the test of time. That means when you institute something in the now, it will affect your past as well. For example, pheasant shooting leads to chickens. Let me explain. When hunting pheasant, driven shooting means the birds are startled by beaters in order to fly away, and the idea is to shoot the fleeing birds. After many generations, the larger, non-flying pheasants survive, i.e. chickens. Selective breeding is also found in plants. Wheat is the staple of the world. It's actually spinifex with many generations of selective breeding. And now for the big one, the hardest to swallow. Corn is a product of selective wheat breeding. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the subscribe button, as I will try to make a new video each week.